Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to this session. I'm K. Balakrishna. I'm here to clarify the doubts regarding the business environment. Today, we'll be discussing about one of the topic, which is called as international business environment or international business. What is the difference between domestic business and international business has been discussed here. The main difference between domestic business and international business is this. That is, domestic business operates within the boundaries of the country, whereas international business operates across the boundaries of the country. Here it is the domestic business which is considered initially. Later, the international business starts to sprung up. After the expansion of the business is done, the business operates across the boundaries, that is, it expands to two or more countries at a time. Now I'll be sharing you screen regarding the challenges of business environment, international business environment, as well as what is the defining of international business, and what are the importance of international business, what is the nature and significance of international business. These are all the things which I wanted to share through this video. What do you mean by domestic business? As I already shared to you, domestic business is anything which is transferred from one to the other, which is operating within the boundaries of the country, whereas international business operates across the boundaries of the country. That is, it operates in more than one country at a time. What is the definition of international business? International business includes trading of goods, services, capital, and knowledge across the boundaries. That is, it transacts the goods across the boundaries. That is, it sells the goods from one person to the one country to the other country, or it operates in more than one country at a time. The process of transacting the goods, services, products, capital, technology, etc. in more than one country at a time is called as international business. What is the purpose of international business? The main purpose of any international business is to expand its and gain the profits. If it enters into the international markets, automatically the sales increases. As the sales increases, the profitability of the company goes on increasing by leaps and bounds. Next, second thing that we want to remember is to face the competition is the biggest issue. If the domestic market is crowded by the local players, then they go for international products, international markets, international businesses to sell the goods and for surviving into the competitive world. Next one is if the political conditions are not favorable. If the political unrest is prevailing in the home country, then they go for international countries. Next, they also go for international trade by many methods, as we are going to discuss in few classes to go, like exporting, joint ventures, licensing, franchising, etc. We also have large number of barriers for international trade, and these barriers include large number of trade barriers exist in the international markets, and these barriers include the taxation policy of the country, the government rules and regulations of that host country, and the political conditions of that country, of resource availability of the country, exchange rate of that country, and other things. What is the nature and significance of international business environment? First and the foremost thing to speak is regarding immobility of factors. If I want to stay in the domestic business only, I do not mobilize my factor. What do you mean by factor? Factor may be the person, maybe the intellectual property, or maybe the resources being shared. Next one is independent monetary system. Here, in case of domestic market, they are the home countries' monetary policies also be only be studied. But in the international markets, not only the home countries' market, but also the international boundaries are also being studied. That is, the monetary policy of host country environment is also being studied. Now, I wanted to discuss one thing. What do you mean by home country and what do you mean by host country? I'm an Indian, so home country will be India for me. And if I start exporting the goods to the other countries, the country to whom I have exported the goods will be the host country. Next one is political boundaries. What do you mean by political boundaries? In the sense, the goods and services can be conveyed across the boundaries of the country. That is, they can not only be traded in India, but they can also be traded across the globe. Next one is dependence on middlemen. Here, if it is a domestic trade, transactions can be easily understood. The monetary policy can be easily understood. The conditions prevailing can be easily understood. So demand and supply conditions can be easily understood. But since it is an international trade, it is very difficult to understand the market situations and conditions. And thus, what will happen is the major thing that it will happen is they take the help of brokers. Not only this, while exporting the goods to other countries, also the documentation, licensing requirements, etc., are not known to the home country nationals. So they will use the help of middlemen in order to convey the goods to the foreign countries. Next one is long chains of middlemen. Here, long chains in the sense, usually shorter chains are used in case of international distribution, and longer chains will be employed if the demand and supply conditions cannot be understood and they operate in complex markets. Here, the domestic markets, if they are highly competitive, then they go for international markets. But one thing to be remembered is the international markets will be highly competitive because they get the competition from domestic players as well as they also get the competition from international players. Next, high risk, that is, uncertainties will be very high. Uncertainties in the sense the profits generation may be question mark. That is, the most of the transactions takes place through credit sales. Since they takes place through credit sales, there is a high chance of risk for each and every person. Dynamic. International markets are highly dynamic in nature. What do you mean by the word dynamic? They are continuously changing and they operate in complex markets. Okay, here they operate in complex markets. So we can clearly say that international markets, it is very difficult to transact through international markets. What are the major challenges faced by the business firms if they wanted to enter into the international markets? The major challenge that they face are discussed. I will be discussed now. Here, I wanted to specify one thing. Most of the transactions in the international markets are highly competitive markets, highly complex situations are prevailed. So there is also one thing that in an international market, cash transactions are very less. Most of the transaction takes place through credit sales. One of the important aspect is delay in payments. Delay in the payments in the sense, most of the transactions, since they operate in international level, are credit sales, that there may be some delay in the payments. And next one is huge amount of investment is required to transact the goods in the international markets. Here, why do I say that huge amount of investment is required? The reason is, if I wanted to transact the goods, I need to go for credit sales. I need to expand my franchise. I need to increase my market share. In this way, my investments will be very, very huge. Next, product differentiation. I need to be unique. I need to sell the products with a unique way. If these products are not unique, automatically a huge blow will come to me. That is, there will be an worldwide imitation, and my products will not be purchased in a short interval of time. Foreign exchange. For example, I am exporting the goods. I wanted to receive in rupees, but the payers will be in form of dollars. Here, the amount of money received by me, that is rupee value, continuously changes and dollar value continuously changes. So in this case, what happens is sometimes I may not expect as much amount of profits as I promised. So since there is a fluctuating exchange rate prevailing, we can clearly say that sometimes the exporter loses and sometimes the exporter gains in an international trade. Political instability. If I wanted to export the goods now in India, it's very hard, very easy, because there is a stable government present in a country, and the government policies may not change easily. But if I wanted to enter into a turbulent markets, if I wanted to enter into a destabilized country, my transactions will not be accepted by all the people. Next one is inflation. What do you mean by inflation? The devaluation of the rupee happens and the prices increase rapidly. The situation of the market where the devaluation of the rupee happens and the prices of the are escalated and increased is called as inflation. I can assess the inflationary grounds in India to certain extent, but I cannot assess the inflationary aspects, inflationary grounds of international markets. Taxes are usually noticed in the domestic markets, and tariffs are usually noticed in international markets. There is also one thing which is called as cultural diversity, which is very important in India, because foreign countries, if they wanted to trade in India, they have to understand our culture. Many companies like Domino's, Kellogg's, etc., suffered a huge blow at the initial stages because they did not understand the Indian cultural sentiments of the people. So, if I wanted to sell the goods, I have to know the country's culture, traditions, norms, rules, regulations, diversity, language, beliefs, customs, etc. In this class, we have learned about various techniques. In this, what do you mean by international business, and what do you mean by international business? We have learned. Not only that, we have also learned what do you mean by domestic business. What do you mean by international business? What are the challenges of international business? What is the nature and scope of international business? Hope you all understand what I am doing. These are very short videos in order to arise your strengths. Thank you for patiently listening. Please do subscribe our channel.